eriizooba omu 100th General Assembly tunebire bigendera kimwe kandi kuriya omumisho omuli Maya Resort Gardens kandi murembo Kampala ijuka ngu twatunga omugisha kugira ngu abakuru babasa kwamberundana stakeholders omupira gwa Uganda bari nibagendera kimwe kuri omumisho kandi kwasa kuba nibaterana kuriya omuli Maya Resort Gardens. Producer we bari mnoa kubasa kuba kandi notisa emikoreje kugenda omumisho ebyo biro bigenda omumisho shahezi kandi twatunga kugamba kwa president owa FIFA ningashi orukure kibire kitwara omupira omunsi yona arukumanywa nka Gianni Infantino yasa kwa nagamba ho nani hangalitu ya Uganda omuli 100th annual General Assembly yasa kwa negenda kimwe kuri omumisho omuli Maya Resort Gardens aituru gambara imikoreje mune negenda kimwe omumisho erimu all football stakeholders buri omwe no kumanya ko atagina omupira aryaho kandi kinko nakugamba no kujanga twatunga kugamba kwa president Gianni Infantino zanoza kubona okureba aho kuri kwijo mudachikanje kandi nabinja bariho nka speaker wa parliament nawe basakaba kana delivering his message otireho na nomukuru minister w'ebyemizano na nokushoma that is honorable mama Janet Kataha Museveni the first lady nawe abasakaba na ko mwanyogu otireho kugira ngo na Katikiro wa Buganda kandi nawe abasakaba na ka umwanyogu na delivering message yeye ebyo byembigenda kimwe misho kandi nitekataka kugira ngo iwe enkunze byemizano mu Uganda no expecting kuje kiwabura ekikwasa kombe ko muzano omunsi yawe yahindu kugambera Alex mnaronda faces ninja databa Western Uganda baringa ya let's wait bariho benji munonga twina abantu bakwika 10 bakorwa mu burenge rw'izoba abana bari nabakungu omupira kandi nibamwari ababine offices z'impango omu Federation of Uganda Football Association onke chinkumanya habanza ho no kushabera umugenzi Darius abo wabiyari second vice president bwa Federation of Uganda Football Associations kandi wabinarga kunuya omu burenge rw'izoba that is in Mitoma akabasa kubakana rwo magara genseje ahituru kugambira ibintu bigendera kimwe kuriya omuli Maya Resort Gardens reka tuhure okugamba kwa president Gianni Infantino na message yatwinire ahizobere.
Dear President Magogo, dear friends and colleagues from the Federation of Uganda Football Associations, congratulations to all of you for 100 years of existence. The centenary of the Federation of Uganda Football Associations, well, what an incredible milestone. I had the great pleasure of visiting your country in the past years, and I witnessed firsthand the great talent and passion of the players and of all the people. I have also seen how hard Uganda has worked to make football more accessible for young people across the whole nation, and I commend the Federation for working with FIFA on the launch of FIFA football for schools in the country earlier this year. Education is vitally important for any nation's development, especially when the country has one of the youngest populations in the world, as Uganda does. FIFA Football for Schools will help with this mission, using the power of football to teach important values to young girls and boys and investing in Uganda's future. And this program, combined with the many projects linked with FIFA Forward, will help develop future national team players and contribute to the health of everyone touched by football in Ugandan society. I hope it will also play its role in making the next generation of Ugandan legends, like those who reached the final of the Africa Cup of Nations in 1978, or more recently the Chrales that participate in the 2017 and 19 editions of the tournament. On the women's side too, the future is bright, as proven by the participation of the Crested Cranes in the 2022 Women's Africa Cup of Nations. Dear friends, I'm sure that your hard work, forward thinking and determination will help shape and guide the future of Ugandan football in the best possible way. Not just for the upcoming years, but for the next 100 years at least. I wish you the very best of luck with today's annual General Assembly. Enjoy reflecting on all the achievements of this special milestone, and I'm looking forward to seeing you very, very soon. Thank you, dear President Moses Magogo. Thank you all. Take care and all the very best to you. Bye-bye.
This is to congratulate FUFA on attaining 100 years since it was started in Uganda in 1924 during the colonial times. Since that time, the sport of football has grown and become popular in Uganda. Indeed, Uganda once in a while wins some international matches such as the World Cup qualifier against Somalia and the AFCON qualifier against Congo-Brazzaville, among others. On the side of government, after the collapse of government and economy between 1971 and 1986, we built the Nambole Stadium using a Chinese government grant, and we have recently refurbished it using government funding. Using the collaboration with the private sector, we have reconstructed Nachivubo Stadium, and we are building a new stadium in Hoima City. I now congratulate Ugandans on taking up the sport of football, as well as other sports such as athletics, cricket, golf, etc. For now, however, I congratulate FUFA at 100 years on behalf of the Ministry of Education and Sports. We bless the Lord for Uganda's achievements in sports, and we hope to get better as we go forward. I want to thank you, and God bless you.
On behalf of Parliament of Uganda and on my own behalf, I want to congratulate the football fraternity. I want to congratulate FUFA for achieving its dream within the 100 years. It's a great achievement, and remember that it is out of football, specifically football, that brings all kinds of people together, irrespective of the religion, irrespective of the tribe, irrespective of the politics, and whichever. And I want to congratulate you so much. And on the same note, education is not everything. There are other people outside there who have talents, but FUFA has been able to tap those talents through having the federation in place that is working for the good of the Ugandans. I want in a special way to thank the president of FUFA, Engineer Moses Magogo, Hassim, the EXCOM, the delegates of FUFA, and the football fraternity for making sure that we achieve what we have achieved so far. I also want to thank the First Lady, who is also Minister of Sports and Minister of Education and Sports, who has been able to support the growth of this federation, the growth of this sport. When we could not grow without having monies, but through her office, we have been able to develop. And in a very, very special way, I want to thank the President of the Republic of Uganda, who is so passionate about football, very, very passionate about football. He's a #1 fan of football. And he has given us an enabling environment for us to practice the game. And it is because of that that we are even going to host AFCON in this country, who are we as Ugandans? You'll ask yourself. But it is out of the support that we are getting from the three arms of government. And most especially, I also want to thank Parliament of Uganda, which is the cooking house that makes sure that sports gets the biggest land of the money that is given because of the role it plays in the economy, especially amongst our youth.
Well, it's quite remarkable that football has existed in a formal way in Uganda for 100 years. It is, again, very heartwarming that the running of football, the formal running of football started within the Kingdom of Buganda. And it is nice that in these 100 years, football has experienced ups and downs. And as we celebrate the centenary of football, I think there are many positives which give us a lot of hope for the game of football in Uganda, because I think we are moving forward. So I'm very, very pleased to celebrate the 100 years, and I thank you very much for thinking about us.
Dear fellow countrymen, dear football people, God has been kind, God has been good enough to us that today we walk a journey of what our grandfathers and previous leaders started as a small organization to be who we are today. We bank on the investment in terms of time, in terms of ideas of our foregone heroes and founders and administrators and players and stakeholders of this game. When we make 100 years, it is not an everyday event to make 100 years, and not many federations in Africa are making 100 years or have made 100 years. So I believe it's an opportune moment for us. But we have to reflect and say, where have we come from? We are talking about a game that started in 1897 in Uganda, a federation that started in 1924, being affiliated to CAF 1959 and then FIFA 1960, playing at the first time Africa Cup of Nations 1962, starting the league in Uganda in 1968, starting the Uganda Cup in 1970, playing the Africa Cup of Nations finals, our best performance in 1978, hitting our highest FIFA ranking, 62nd in the world 12th in Africa in 2016, producing some of the best players on the Africa continent. For me, it has been a journey. I respect the individuals, the clubs, the institutions, the governments, the funds that have worked with us this far. It's our game, it's our country.
At least was one engine.